Hello and welcome to the Bring Me to Life podcast. My name is Selomon. Happy to be here with you. Today we have a very special episode. I am going way back to a few years ago when myself and Ashton Robertson of Spaceship Earth did a show together. And that show was called Afternoons with the Dudes. And in that show, we would talk about various topics. Today, we will talk about meditation. Because I believe meditation is really helpful for storytelling and really going within to find out more about yourself. So that's why I want to play the meditation episode. But the Afternoons with the Dudes is something we did, and you won't really find it anywhere else. So I wanted to make sure you all had an opportunity to tune in. Not only that, in this episode is one of my all-time favorite segments I've ever done, and that is called Uplifting Prank Calls. And yes, it is as fun as it sounds, so I hope you stick around because it's going to be a really fun episode. So thank you all for being here with us. Thank you for sticking with the Bring Me to Life podcast. I hope you can continue to do so, and we love you so much. Welcome
to the Bring Me to Life podcast.
It's time to wake up
and shine on.
Start off your afternoons with Ashton and Selomon as they calm your nerves and shine a light into your life.
Thanks for tuning in here to the afternoon show. Ashton and I will be discussing the subject of meditation, one of our favorite topics. What are some misconceptions about meditation? What tips do we have for beginners? And now let's get into today's topic, meditation. Are you with us, Ashton?
I am here. I'm glad to be here.
Excellent. So let's start off by giving our audience a bit of our background in meditation. Something like, how did you hear about it, and when did you start, etc. I'll let you go first, Ashton.
I'd say I started meditating after I got out of high school. After reading some Eckhart Tolle books and finding people online, I really started meditating like every day, at least pretty close to every day, about a year and a half ago. And it totally transformed my life and has made everything so, well, I don't know, I can just tell the benefits of when I'm meditating consistently compared to if I don't, and it's just so amazing to me.
Mm-hmm. Definitely. And I first got into meditation back in around 2010. I grew up most of my life going through like prayer and stuff, but it's not like meditation. And I started off, I found a chakra meditation. It was just 10 minutes long, and I started going with that because, I'd heard about meditation and tried it by myself without being guided, just listening to music, and I just couldn't do that. So started off with a 10-minute chakra guided meditation. And like you said, I started listening to that every day, and it literally just changed my whole life and really vastly improved all aspects of my life. And, I became so passionate about it that I wanted to teach other people how to do it about as soon as I started learning. And so I've been teaching meditation about a year since I first learned about it. And so I'm a meditation instructor, and I do online stuff and in-person stuff, do a lot of group meditation. So, Ashton and I both are very, I think passionate would be a word for me, at least. I don't know about you, Ashton, but I'm pretty passionate about meditation, and I really do think that
absolutely,
anybody who learns meditation, like, your whole life is about to change.
Well, it's probably like the most fundamental, or like, if you're like, you needed a training program on life, I'm like, meditation's number one thing that'll help you out. Just getting through, life can be so intense, but when you're meditating consistently, you create this more solid connection. It's like as if you're, you're like a satellite TV broadcasting system, and your signal's going in and out, and there's thunderstorms or whatever. But when you're meditating consistently, even if there's thunderstorms going on, you're in your house and you're feeling great and you're watching your favorite movie ever. And that's kind of what meditation can help build you up to, because you have this like little buffer zone of built up energy. Your aura gets strong, your mind gets strong, your subconscious beliefs start to support you, and everything kind of shifts from there.
Mm-hmm. Definitely. I think that meditation is kind of like yoga for the mind. It helps you stretch it out, and I mean, we're in our heads so much as humans, and we think about everything, and sometimes we're not in the moment, which I think is when you have the most power, when you could do the most good, when you can manifest the most. So meditation kind of allows you to let go of anything that's distracting you and allowing you to get into the moment and allowing you to really empower yourself.
I think that's what it's all about. Through the breath, you just start to tap into the present moment. And a lot of people, when they first start meditating, they will close their eyes and they'll just have all of these feelings come up, all of these thoughts, and they can't get through it because it's so much. And it's like you've been ignoring all your deepest feelings, and when you start meditating, it all comes up. But if you meditate enough, you work through all of that, and then you get clear, and then you're more in touch with your, I would call it divine emptiness, where it's like there's this spaciousness around your thoughts, and there's stillness in your mind, and it allows you to see the present moment for what it is, and you kind of clear out, let's say, it's kind of like your mind's like a computer, and if you haven't cleared out your history or have all these extra programs running in the background of your subconscious, meditation pretty much shows you what's out of alignment, and then working through that, you get your computer running fast and clear, and you can, if the problem arises, you can fix it faster. You can respond rather than react.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's huge, but yeah.
Definitely. And I feel like a lot of people, when they first begin, they have a lot of issues, and we'll talk about some tips for beginners in a bit, but I want to first get into some of the misconceptions about meditation. Ashton?
Some of the misconceptions about meditation, I guess, is that you'll reach enlightenment instantly, or you're better than other people who don't meditate. I think in the end, meditation's not really something you can do. It's more of a shift in perspective and a shift in consciousness, and kind of returning to who you are, beyond thought. And when you start, I think that's a misconception that meditation's something you can do. On a Wednesday from 7 to 8 p.m., I go meditate. But what I started to realize is that meditation is more about being present to who you are as beyond words, beyond thoughts, and being aligned with the moment through that. So I think it's more of reflecting on who you are, and once you really tap into who you are beyond thought, then you'll kind of see that meditation can happen. And while you're doing stuff, while you're walking around, you can have a meditative mindset when you're, creating life. I don't know.
Yeah, definitely. You don't have to be sitting there with your legs in a weird position and your hands in a mudra, as they call it. You don't have to sit down to be meditating. You can walk around and kind of be in a meditation state, like you said.
Yes.
I think another misconception is, I was talking to my friend Melissa yesterday during a drum circle, and she was saying that when she first heard about meditation and she was kind of wanting to try it, she first thought that it would be something really ethereal, or just something very spiritual. She thought she was going to go up into the stars and see all kinds of things and lights and spirits, right, and all that kind of stuff. But I think meditation is more grounded than that. You can see that stuff, but mostly meditation is very grounding. It's a very practical thing, and it's just something that, like we've been saying, just brings you more into the moment and allows you to strengthen your memory, uh, and just really allows you to connect with your mind, your body, and your spirit. You can be a floaty person if you want, if that's your intention. But for most people, when you first get into meditation, it's a very practical thing. It's very down to earth.
Yes, that is so true. That's like another misconception, that it's not practical and like not for the everyday person, but I think it's more the opposite. Like, I wish more even spiritual people like meditated more consistently, because, you know, they're all floaty, like you said, or, you know, it's whatever, but it's such a practical thing for anyone, just to be able to focus on their breath and get into the moment and listen to themselves and feel what they're feeling. You know,
Mm-hmm.
I really imagine the future, like, of elementary schools and all schools to have meditation before class starts. Like, I really hope that's a thing.
Yeah, definitely. Just do that in the morning. And I've already seen news articles about schools, even one in Baltimore, saying that instead of kids getting a detention, they have to go to meditation. And since
Yes,
they've been doing that, they haven't had nearly as much as trouble as they've had in the past.
right. Because, like, in meditation, you're, like, self-reflecting, and in detention, you're, like, hating yourself, and you're like, oh, I don't fit in, or it's like, screw the system, screw the school, like, I'm fine as a person, I should go do what I want. But in meditation, you're like, wow, you know, feeling it all out, and you can process information that way. It's like, meditation is like when you have a Windows computer and you like have to do I can't remember the name of the thing where you have to like pretty much like condenses all of your files,
Yeah.
and I don't know, it's like helps you process information. It's like you get a better processor when you start meditating.
I definitely agree. So let's get into some of the tips for beginners in meditation. Ashton, I'll let you go ahead.
Some awesome tips is to, instead of trying to quiet your mind, realize that your mind is not who you are and you're not your thoughts, and that your mind is thinking all the time. So instead, it's more about a shift in perspective into who you are as like the space in which thought arises. So instead of trying to quiet the mind, take your attention and bring it into the body. Focus intensely into your physical heart space. You can feel your heart beating and breathe into that, and then feeling the aliveness of the heart and the body and the electric currents that are running through the body all the time, which is scientifically proven. That is a different way to go about meditation. I think that really helps, because most people are trying to quiet their mind, but instead you realize you're not your thoughts, and bringing that attention to your body can really shift everything for you, I think.
Mm-hmm. Definitely. And for a tip for me, kind of going along with what you said, most times when I hear people say they can't meditate, it's because they can't quiet the mind and they can't let go of those thoughts. But
Right.
One thing that I've been reading about recently is that just because you can't stop thinking doesn't mean you're doing it wrong. It just means that it's going to take a little bit more practice. So when you're meditating and you're having those thoughts, just simply realize that you're breathing and that your mind wandered, and then just go back to what your intention was with the meditation. And even if you have to do that like a million times throughout your meditation, you're still doing it. You're doing it the right way. So just keep that in mind.
No, not every meditation is easy. I think that's important to realize, that not every, you might have a bunch of really blissful, ecstatic meditations, and then one day you find you can't quiet your mind. You're just super stressed out the whole time during meditation. But I guarantee you, even if you do it for 30 seconds and you can't get through it, that when you do open your eyes, you will feel a lightness. That's what I've started to notice. Even the hard meditations are worth it. And they're hard because you're just processing more at that time. It's not because you're not good at meditation. It's just there's more to process during that time. So it's always worth it, I've found, even if I do a really short amount.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely. You don't have to have a long meditation to be successful.
Right. Eckhart Tolle says, like, meditation's only 1 to 3 breaths away. Just focusing on the breath, and when you focus on your breath, it creates a gap in your stream of thoughts, and then in that gap, you can get aligned energetically with your soul, and you can have higher thoughts come in, and through creating the gaps, you can hear different kind of thoughts and feel different feelings, and kind of break away from what's bringing you down.
Definitely. I love meditation. So anybody out there listening, try it out. It's great. Well, that's going to bring
Try
us...
That's for real.
And Ashton, do you have anything else that you would like to say before we get into the uplifting prank calls?
If you haven't tried meditation, definitely look for some guided meditations online. If you need some good music, I make meditation music under the project Clouds. It's CLOUDZ, and you can find it on SoundCloud under just typing Clouds, or on Bandcamp, and it's Clouds, CLOUDZ 444.bandcamp.com, and feel free to reach out to us if you have any questions about it too.
Mm-hmm.
And have a wonderful day.
Yeah. Find me on YouTube by searching Selomon, Selomon, and I have a bunch of guided meditations on there. So check it out. All right. Well, I wanted to say before we play the uplifting prank calls that today we actually had a person after the call was done, they accidentally left their phone on, and I got to listen to their reaction after the call, and it's quite hilarious. So I think everybody stay tuned, listen into this one. It's going to be a really good one. So here it is, the uplifting prank calls.
Uplifting prank calls.
Speaking here, how may I help you?
Hi there. How's your day going today?
Fine, thanks. How are you?
I'm doing very great. I just wanted to call because I wanted to say that what you guys are doing is amazing, and even if people don't tell you, I just want you to know that. I think she hung up.
Westernport Library, how may I help you?
Hi, I was just calling to say that your contribution to the world is so valuable and awesome, and I'm so thankful that you're out here doing what you're doing, and I know sometimes it's hard, but I just want to tell you that you're loved and supported by the universe, and I'm so thankful for what you're doing.
Thank you so much. That's wonderful to hear.
Absolutely. Spread the good word around, and I hope you have a beautiful day.
Thanks. You too.
Yep,
okay.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.
Speaking.
Hello. How's your day going?
Good. How's yours?
My day's going great. I just wanted to call and tell you that what you're doing is amazing, and your contribution to the world is great. And just, I don't feel like a lot of people, when they do great things, they don't get appreciated. So I want you to know that you are appreciated.
Who is this?
I'm just a random caller to tell you that you're doing great things and to have a great day.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Who the f*** is it? I'm
anonymous person making a call to let you know that you're doing a great job. That's weird. What? That's weird. What is it about? Okay, think about it. Has to be somebody that you know. Who else has to know?
Uplifting prank calls.
There you guys have it. The uplifting prank calls.
Epic.
Yeah, it's funny at the end of their call. They're like, "All right, think. We gotta think. It's got to be somebody we know and somebody who has this number."
Right, though. I have no clue.
Interesting. Some people,
So fun.
I want to say to anybody listening now, like, if you get a compliment, you should take it.
You're right, though. It's definitely hard to receive compliments, and that's I think a big thing is learning how to receive rather than just give all the time. And I think that's something we can all work on. You know, when someone's giving us a compliment, instead of like just responding with those compliment about them, just soak it in and say thanks and embrace it.
Definitely. There's this note inside Shannon's car, and I see it almost every morning for the past few days, and it just says, "You must learn to say thank you." It's like, okay, gotta learn to say thanks.
Right?
Awesome. Well, it's been a great show, and I want to say thanks everybody for listening in here to the afternoon show. Much appreciated. Any final words, Ashton, before we play our final song?
So much love to everyone out there tuning in and the whole earth and universe, and I'm just thankful to be a part of this, and keep on following your heart.